Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, and today we are continuing our flourishing series. So let's flourish and learn how to flourish letter J in 6 different ways. Let's get started. Okay, so let's look at the flourishes. Firstly, again I'm using the similar grid paper and pentel touch sign brush pen. If you're using a plain paper, make sure to add a grid line or some line for you to practice, so that's easy for you to stay or consistent between the size of the letters and even spacing. All right. So now let's look at the letter J. Since J is a descender letter, again we have a lot of scope of flourishing different variations. So for the first one, I'm going to do very simple flourish. Let's gonna go like this, one entry stroke, and then descender, and I'm going to take this forward and just leave it like that. If you want, you can add a little pressure on this part of the curve. If you don't want, you can just go with the thin line. So next one would be a very simple flourish that goes from left to right like that. That goes from left curve and towards the right side. On this similar basis, we are going to add a little bit different kind of stroke here. So we are going to add a little loop in this part, something like this, and if you want, you can keep it just like that. It's also a nice flourish, but if you want, you can also take the curve on the other side, but make sure that you keep the curve like this and it's not just random ending. You can make a nice little loop here and add a flourish in there. All right, and that's your third flourish, and it's very simple. Make sure if you're stopping here, if you're continuing, then you have to go with the flow. If you're not able to go with the flow for such a long flourish, you can always stop in between, and whenever you stop, make sure to carry on the rhythm, because this is a brush pen. You can just clearly see the different lines that were created, because of which you can understand that you had stopped at this point and you recreated another stroke after this. I'm going to add something, this kind of curve, one, go all the way around, but maybe it looks like hard. Maybe I'll just drop this idea. So I was thinking that instead of going all the way here, I can take this flourish and can just go this way. So just take this curve and something like this, or maybe a little narrow. You can just narrow it down like that. Make sure that whatever flourish you are doing, go very gentle, very light on the paper with the pencil. Okay, let's try. I don't know how it's going to turn out. So release pressure. Something like this. I stopped in here between because my hand got stuck a little bit. And a dot. It's a very different kind of flourish, I think, but it looks very pretty and unique. Fifth one that I'm going to do, that would go something like this on the other side. Here we took on the right hand side, so this flourish we're going to take on the left hand side. All right, let's try. I'm going to take it little from this part, because they're just going to collide with each other. it's okay. So, very different. It got a little shaky over here, but I think that's fine. And yeah, and for the sixth one, do check out my other descender letter flourish also. Like for now I have done letter G, and it is also pretty good. I mean, you get a lot of different idea of different variations in flourishes, and also the angle and stuff. Here I'm thinking about taking this curve, 1 and 2, something like this. So we're going to make some flourish on the left hand side, loop, and then we're just going to take it here over here. All right, so 1, 2, I just extended it. You can just stop it here as well, or you can just take it forward and on the top. As you know, let's look at the ovals. As you know, ovals are a very big part of flourishes. So here we go. First one, like basic letter form. Here is a very simple flourish, and here we get a nice beautiful oval here in this part of the letter. And then here at the bottom, you have a flourish oval here, and then a nice oval here. Okay, this part. All right. Again, make sure when you do this kind of curve, it's not just random curve and just going nice and making a nice S curve. And then we have this, a very different. So here, whenever you make a different kind of flourish or a loop inside it, always make sure that it goes parallel to the stroke which is right next to it. Okay, so like for example here, this stroke is going this way, and this is also going in the same direction. So they are kind of parallel and kind of gives good amount of spacing over here. So it's also going parallel to this stroke, and it looks nice when it goes parallel. Okay, and it look consistent and proportionate. And again we have an oval here. Now here we did a very small loop. So here also, whenever we do a small loop, make sure it's just not a random loop. You kind of create a nice ovalish shape over there. All right, and here as you can see, it's according to the angle of our letter. Then we have here a horizontal oval, a nice horizontal oval that is just going in this same angle, same horizontal line as parallel to our baseline. And then we have this. All right, so we got a nice oval here. Also, as you know, when you make a descender, you also get a nice oval in here. All right, so you already have that oval in your letter. And one here. Now you can see this kind of curve. So here also, so it's not always necessary that your oval has to be horizontal to the baseline, or vertical to the angle of your letter. It can be different also, but make sure that you're making a nice oval with good breathing space, and it's not very squeezed in oval or ovalish shape in there. All right. All right, okay, then here we go. Here we have another one, and we have this one. All right, and the next one we have is here, as you know, one oval here, one oval at this point, and here. All right, so for the sixth one, again we have a nice flourish over here. So we have to, nice oval. We have to go all the way from here. As I said here, it has to be parallel strokes. So here also, like this is one and this is one, so it's like parallel to this part and this part. Again, this is also parallel. We get a nice oval in here, and we have a nice horizontal oval here. All right, looks very nice and pretty. And we have a nice big oval here. Look at that, very nice. And a horizontal oval. It just, I went with the flow and created a bigger version of this flourish. And then yes, we've got oval, and we have an oval at this part, and that's lovely. I liked all of them. I tried something new like this flourish and this flourish, so the parallel angle is very different. So this is also something I think I've never tried, but I think this looks good, and even this one. So I hope you enjoyed all the 6 different flourishes in letter G. Sometimes it's a bit complicated, but you can practice, and you can start with letter A and simple letter forms and simple flourishes, and then go towards the complex ones. So once you get hang of the simple ones, it is really easy to understand the hand movements and the direction where you're going to get those graceful flourishes for your letters, and for your calligraphy, to make it look more beautiful. So hope to see you soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.